Today, we're talking about someone whose face millions recognize, even if they don't immediately remember her name, Carolyn Jones. And lately, her legacy has been finding its way back into conversations, old television clips, classic Hollywood collections, and social media. If you've noticed that too, you're definitely not alone. But here's the thing. Carolyn Jones wasn't just remembered for one unforgettable character. She built a career filled with talent, determination, and quiet resilience long before she became a television icon. Most people know the image. Far fewer know the remarkable woman behind it. Before we get into today's story, take a second to subscribe and hit notification bell. Let's go back to the beginning. Born in Texas, Carolyn Jones developed a passion for acting at a young age. It wasn't an easy road into Hollywood. Like countless young performers, she faced rejection, uncertainty, and fierce competition. But there was something about her presence that directors couldn't ignore. She had elegance, confidence, and a screen presence that felt completely natural. As the 1950s arrived, opportunities began to grow. She appeared alongside some of the biggest stars of the era, earning praise for performances that showed remarkable versatility. Whether the role was dramatic, mysterious, or lighthearted, she always brought something memorable to the screen. Audiences noticed, and so did Hollywood. Then came another milestone. Her performance in The Bachelor Party earned her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress. It wasn't just recognition for a single role. It was proof that Carolyn Jones had become one of the industry's most respected actresses. She wasn't simply appearing in films, she was leaving an impression. But here's the part many people don't talk about enough. At a time when Hollywood often placed actresses into predictable categories, Carolyn Jones refused to stay in one place. She moved between film and television with remarkable ease, embracing different characters and constantly challenging herself. She understood that longevity wasn't about repeating the same performance. It was about continuing to evolve. Then, in 1964, everything changed. A new television series called The Addams Family introduced audiences to a character unlike anything they'd seen before. Elegant, mysterious, calm, completely unforgettable. Carolyn Jones became Morticia Addams, and almost overnight, she created one of television's most iconic characters. What made the performance so special wasn't flashy dialogue or dramatic scenes. It was subtle. The graceful movements, the soft voice, the unwavering confidence. Morticia was strange in the most charming way, and Carolyn made every moment feel effortless. Decades later, people still recognize that performance almost instantly. But here's what's truly remarkable. Even though Morticia became the role that defined her career, Carolyn Jones never allowed it to define who she was. Behind the elegance on screen was an actress deeply committed to her craft, someone who approached every project with professionalism and genuine passion. Life, however, wasn't always kind. In the early 1980s, Carolyn was diagnosed with colon cancer. It would have been understandable for anyone to step away completely. But that's not what she chose. Despite the illness and the treatments, she continued working for as long as she possibly could. Her dedication wasn't about fame anymore. It was about doing what she loved. That quiet determination says more about Carolyn Jones than any award or television role ever could. Today, you're seeing clips of Morticia Addams everywhere once again. New generations continue discovering the Addams Family, while longtime fans revisit the series with a sense of nostalgia. But this isn't just another wave of internet memories. It's a reminder that truly memorable performances never disappear. They simply find new audiences. And perhaps that's why Carolyn Jones continues to captivate people decades later. She didn't rely on headlines or controversy to stay relevant. She relied on talent, elegance, and authenticity. Those qualities don't fade with time. Because Carolyn Jones wasn't simply the first Morticia Addams. She was an accomplished actress whose work continues to inspire, entertain, and remind us that some performances become more than entertainment. They become part of television history. And that's the kind of legacy that never really leaves the spotlight.